Hey guys, Luma here, and welcome back to my Skies of Arcadia Legends Let's Play. Last time we played, we had learned that Valua had plans to make their way into Deep Sky. Okay, so we made it to Dangrel Island. It's between a Shrine Island and Sailor's Island below the clouds. There's not much down there. If you miss it, you miss it, but it's pretty easy to see. Admirals of the Valuan Armada, I have urgent news that affects all of you. Oh, words of wisdom from the Grand Admiral himself. Please, enlighten us. From this day forth, the Armada will no longer be under the Empress's control. And those that do not wish to walk this path that I have chosen, leave now. And those that wish to hear my plans, stay. What? What is this? Admiral Galcian, do you know what you are saying? Have you gone insane, Galcian? Are you rebelling against the Empress? Fear not, Alfonso. I still have my wits about me. I am following my own path. It's your decision whether or not you wish to follow me. So Galcian finally shows his true intentions. Those words are treasonous. The punishment is death. Ramirez? If you speak in that manner again, I shall cleave you in two. What? What do you mean? Wait, Ramirez, there's no need for you to waste your energy on this whelp. What about the rest of you? Will you follow me? Lord Galcian, it doesn't make a difference to me. As long as I get to fight, I don't care who's in charge. I will stay in the Armada as well. I still haven't finished building the ship that can go into Deep Sky. Also, if I stay in the Armada, I'll probably get to fight Vice again. Gregorio, what will you do? Lord Galcian, what is your goal? I do not think that you are seeking the Imperial throne. What is it you want? You're correct, that is not my goal. I want more power, more control than Valua has ever had, and that is all I will say for now. Lord Galcian, what are you up to? That is quite the plot twist. I mean, we knew that Galcian was conniving and stuff, but we didn't know that we were actually going to see him turn his back on the Empress here. And it seems that I'm just out of range of Moonfish. There we go. Perfect. Glad we got that little sucker in, but I'm going to go ahead and descend down into Dangrel Island, and I will see you guys there. I can hear someone talking. Moon energy system operating within normal parameters. Power supply to the entire base is flowing smoothly. Okay, the inspection for this area is done. Let's go to the next one. I think that's the control area for the base's power. Alright, so unfortunately there's really not too much to be left to interpretation when it comes to figuring out this dungeon. It's pretty straightforward. There's a few wrong paths you can go, but I've honestly never really went down them too far, so it's not really that big of a deal. There is going to go ahead and be a switch here that is going to turn power off, and it looks like it turns off the fan so that we can go ahead and make our way through. It's a little interesting that the guards were able to get away from us so fast. You think that we would walk through here and just immediately be caught, but I guess as soon as we shut off the power, we get caught right here, because now we're starting to get into some random encounters here. We have some elite guards, which we've kind of seen previous iterations of. They're not really too much of something to be concerned about, and I actually remembered that we have the crystalline box as well as Fina having the crystalline spell, so I think we'll go ahead and use those just because purple magic is really effective against these guys. They do throw poison gas, but honestly I think between the magic and the Cutlass Fury will be solid, and our crystalline box just broke. That was unfortunate, but Aiko was able to one-shot it with crystalline, so that's good at least. At least we don't have to cast a ton of them. Oops, I went down the wrong corridor. Like I was saying, you can go down the wrong corridor, but you're not going to get too far. But I didn't realize that we had hardly learned any blue spells. Fina just barely learned Slipara, which is a little bit interesting. Not me getting tongue-tied. I just started recording again for today. It's gonna be a long recording session if I'm already getting tongue-tied. But that is it for this first little area. We can go ahead and make our way down the ladder. Oh, I was gonna talk about the hallway, but I immediately got into an encounter like as soon as I stepped into it. Alright, there is a ton of sentries here. I'm curious to see if we leave one standing, if it will spawn another enemy. So I'm going to try my best to leave one standing and just kind of let it do its thing for a while. I see that its attacks are only charge and discharge, but I'm really curious because this does remind me a lot of the ones that were spawning like a faux Antonio in Valua, so I'm curious. I'm really curious, honestly. I really want to see. We're doing a ton of damage though. Oh, at least this one's guarding. Oh, it doesn't take any damage when it guards. That's interesting. Oh, okay, so it does at least charge, and I think the next turn it's going to go ahead and discharge. So we'll go ahead and guard and at least see that since I went ahead and did like several rounds. So that does hit everybody. I feel like that would be a pretty easy attack to go ahead and avoid though. I don't feel like it's anything that's too dangerous to us, especially at this point in the game. Maybe earlier on. Alright, anyways, we are in this hallway. There are quite a few doors. I'm gonna go ahead and make my way through the one to the left in front of me. There's going to be a ton of doors in this one, and when you go into them, there's either going to be a chest or there's going to be enemies to fight, and it looks like we got lucky on our first go, which is very nice. You've received an Imperial Blade, and that sounds like it's going to go ahead and be something for Enrique. The Sword of the Legitimate Heir to the Throne. It can impose silence on enemies. It's a little interesting that the sword for Enrique would be here. I mean, obviously it's here because it's a game, but like if you think about it logistically, like why would it be here? Why wouldn't it be like in Valua with his mother or something? That's very interesting. We've received 2 sacred crystals, which is not bad to get. Alright, let's see what we have in here. Oh, we have some berserkers. There's really too much to really say about these guys. They honestly, they attack you and it hurts. Because they are, in fact, berserkers. I'm curious, though, because Enrique's weapons often have status effects attached to them, and I'm wondering if he's more likely to have those hit enemies, because you know how I was saying those status effects never seem to work in the player's interest, so that's something I'm curious about. I wouldn't know how to test that out without getting into like a million bajillion random encounters, which is not something I'm really interested in, but it is something I'm really curious about, like if somebody could data mine that or something. Because we know that Fina, she's pretty good at using magic, but she's the best when it comes to healing. We know that Vice does the most damage. We know that Aika has some defensive magic, but mostly she's really good at offensive magic. So I wonder if Enrique, you know, he doesn't have the best attack, but he's more likely to put a status condition on them. Alright, this last one's gonna be an entire guess, honestly. I'm gonna say it's on this side. Oh, and I was wrong. We're gonna run into some enemies. Alright, so that was definitely the wrong room. We're gonna go ahead and make our way across the hallway. We can only have so much luck, but this is where all of the chests will be in this dungeon. You don't have to look too terribly hard. You just kind of have to hope you don't get into random encounters you don't feel like being in, because they're forced random encounters once you open the door. Whoops. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know if you click on the chest again, it'll tell you what's inside of it. That's interesting. I've never accidentally clicked on it twice. But we can go ahead and make our way out of here. I learned Drill Nose, which is pretty exciting with Fina. I was kind of hoping I'd learn it with Enrique, and I don't think I have yet. So there is one more enemy in this hallway here that I wanted to go ahead and show you, so I'm going to run back and forth in hopes I run into it. Oh, and our luck is so good! Here it is! It's the Lurgle tank! It's honestly not too different than what we saw before, but it looks cool. It's definitely the toughest thing in here for us to face right now. She needs a little bit more healing. Go ahead and heal yourself up. And then I guess Enrique can just go ahead and focus. He's got the Warrior's Heart on him again, and I think that only really works for the first round when it comes to getting more spirit points. So I should really try to have him focus in like fights where we're not having him use Justice Shield too terribly much. Fina is almost back to full, which is fine. I'm not quite sure why I have her in yellow, honestly. She's going to take quite the beating in here. I could switch her to a different element, but there's really not any others that I would be using. Oh, and here comes the Wheel Blast. This is gonna hurt. This is a line attack, and I think we're all pretty much lined up, except for, like, maybe it'll miss one of the girls. Oh, it got both of the girls. Alright, I've got a Pirate's Laugh. Pirate's Wrath lined up, so we should be okay here. Just have the girls heal up. Aika, it's funny, I've put seeds on Fina so she can like keep up and just at least be ahead of the boys, but Aika is just quite the speedy one. She hasn't needed a single seed to like improve her speed. I was actually wondering, since I'm like already overpowered, I was debating if I should just get like a ton of Paranta seeds with the money we have and use those to make Vice ridiculously strong. Because we're already obliterating like everything at this point in the game. It's kind of amusing. And now I'm just kind of curious like how high that number can actually get. Alright, but we can go ahead and make our way out of this hallway. There's not any cool enemies, and that Lurgle tank is, interestingly enough, confined to just that hallway. I'm not quite sure how it fits in the hallway, or how it got there, or how it missed us and we missed it, but that's very amusing, honestly, because if you think about it, the sheer size of it, it's massive. Alright, so in the next area, there is that, like, kind of edge here. There's really not too terribly much to it at this point in the game. It's just a ledge, and if you come over here, you can actually see, like, the vortex down there, so that's probably going to be something that we come back to later. Unfortunately, we're just kind of here to learn about DeLoco's new ship already, and we have found DeLoco's ship, the Chameleon. There is a very obvious table there, but I'm gonna go ahead and bypass it and make our way all the way to the back. I'm kind of curious if, like, it'll show us what they're doing to his ship, if anything. I don't really see anything except for he has something new on, like, the front of it, I believe. I believe that's part of his ship. It's kind of hard to tell, but it is very cool to see it nonetheless. And actually right here, if I could find it, it's somewhere, guys. I'll find it, don't worry. Oh, there it is. Top left. We caught our last moonfish, and I wanted to go ahead and get a better look. Oh, it does look like it's attaching. I can't tell if it's attaching something or if that's just his flame cannon, because his flame cannon didn't have this claw-looking thing attached to it, and it doesn't really look like his flame cannon anymore, so that must be the new modification that they're making to his ship. It's kind of cool. You can go ahead and like check that out before you actually get there. And these must be the plans for the ship that Kilder was talking about. I think you're right, Aika. All of the specs from the hull to the engine, they're all written here. And this ship is Admiral DeLoco's ship, the Chameleon. It appears that his ship is being modified according to these plans. Well, now that we have this, we might be able to get to Deep Sky. Yes. We've gotten what we came here for. Let's get out of here. We are currently strengthening the wall of the bridge. Increase the speed of the construction. Finish it within the week. Well, what do we have here? This time I will be sure to dispose of you all permanently. It looks like we meet again. Galcian. Not only once, but twice you escaped from the Grand Fortress. Very impressive. However, do not think you will escape a third time. Galcian, what is Valua planning to do by building a place like this? If it isn't the Little Prince, whatever Valua does, Your Highness, is no longer any of your concern, if I'm not mistaken. You were the one who threw away your responsibility and sided with these pirates. I did not throw away my responsibilities. I'm working to rebuild the Empire. It matters not to me. I have no interest in Valua anymore. I shall dispose of you here, once and for all. This is great. Of all the people to get caught by. Vice, behind you. It's been a while, Prince Enrique. Gregoria? How ironic that fate has led us both to be here, to pit sword against sword with each other. Do not worry. I'm not here to fight you. What? What are you doing? Gregorio, you understand the consequences of your actions. Lord Galcian, it appears that you do not understand the consequences of your actions. You wish to revive the ancient horrors and use them to make the world yours. I cannot sit back and watch you destroy the world. What are you doing? Prince, you spoke the truth when we last met at Esperanza. The Empire has chosen the wrong path. You and Vice are the only ones that can stop the Armada. Prince Enrique, let my last act be in your honor. Why? I will hold him off. Escape while you can. What are you saying? We'll fight with you. You must not take Galcian lightly. He is more powerful than you can imagine. And this is a military base of the Armada. If you don't escape soon, we will all be surrounded. If you die here, the world will be doomed. Go. Our last hope lies with you, young prince. I earned the nickname Ironwall Admiral. I won't let him past me. And I will be able to die defending you. I cannot ask for a higher honor. Wait, don't do this! Young prince, Captain Vice, please, you must stop Galcian. You are our last hope. No! Gregorio, have you made your peace? I am ready to die, Lord Galcian, but I shall die defending my people against a tyrant. Gregorio, you were like family to me. Lord Galcian, what is going on? Send him back to Valua, and make sure his body is well taken care of. It is worth more than your life. Yes, Lord Galcian. Gregorio, you were always the kind to be the last to stay on a sinking ship. Alrighty, that was quite the bummer, honestly. We've been getting quite a few of those. We got them with Rocknum, and even Drachma just kind of like losing his purpose in life, and now we've lost Gregorio. Alright, so I'm actually looking for Doc since we got the last of our moonfish. We can go ahead and give them to Doc here.
Thank you.
Thank you for always bringing fish for me. Look how much Piccolo has grown. Whoa, and to think he used to be small enough to fit in the palm of your hand. Tell me about it. Who would have thought that it would grow this big? Piccolo, let's go play over there. Chirp. Maria, be careful. If that big guy starts running around, this rickety old ship won't hold together long. I know. Piccolo, come on, over here. I just wanted to thank you, Vice. Because of you and your crew, Maria has finally come out of her shell, and she's become herself again. In return, well, that's a strange way to put it, but in return, I'll tell you the rest of my story. It's hard for me to talk about it, but if Maria can be strong enough to get over her past, I can't sit here and dwell on my past either. I guess I've finally become strong enough to realize that. Doc. Well, if you must know, then I'll tell you. I'll tell you of the tragedy that befell Ramirez. Depend on a person too much, and they will betray your trust sooner or later, or so Galcian told Ramirez. Maybe that hit a little close to home, I don't know, but for whatever reason, Ramirez began to snoop around for information regarding Mendoza. And that's when we found out that Mendoza was using the Ixotakans as slaves for his own personal profit. He forced the Ixotakans to work a few extra hours here and there and pocketed all of the extra moonstones that they found for himself. The shock of this discovery was almost too much for Ramirez to bear. He went directly to Admiral Mendoza and confronted him. My lord, is it true? Is it true about the moonstones and the Ixotakan slaves? I won't lie to you. Yes, it is true. But what's the problem? Is there something wrong with making money? With desiring wealth and power? You're forcing the Ixotakans to work grueling hours in inhumane conditions. My lord, you promised me. You told me that you would speak to Her Majesty in regards to the way the Ixotakans were being treated. You're truly naive, aren't you? And what exactly do you think would have happened if I did that? Her Majesty would find out about my little scheme, and I would basically be signing my own death warrant. How? How could you lie to me like that? It is quite unfortunate that things have turned out this way, Ramirez, and to think I thought of you as a son. Regardless, you have uncovered my plans and have left me with no choice. Guards, seize him. Everything, all that I believed in. By the time I got there, it was already too late. The guards, even Admiral Mendoza, they had all fallen under Ramirez's blade. Ramirez, what have you done? I'm sorry, Doc. But I can no longer trust humans. I can no longer remain here. Wait, Ramirez, where are you going? Goodbye, Doc. The Ramirez that you knew is no more. He died the moment I drew my blade against Admiral Mendoza. From now on, I will only believe in strength. I shall only follow those with power. Wait, Ramirez! Ramirez! And so Ramirez went to Galcian's side, and I believe you know the rest of the story. I had spent so much time with both Mendoza and Ramirez, and yet I could do nothing to stop this tragedy from happening. If I only had the strength to stop him, Mendoza, Ramirez, and even Maria, all of their lives would have turned out so much differently. Doc. I know. I'm going to stop living in the past, and just gotta keep looking forward and hope for the best. And besides, I think it's a blessing that I was able to save Maria from the burning wreckage of the Aquila. I don't know how to pronounce that. Aquila? That name. Oh, wait a second there, Fina. You don't think... But I heard that some air pirates that were passing through the area helped save most of the crew after we left, though. Hey, Doc, Maria wouldn't happen to have an older sister, would she? Actually, she did. Wait, did I forget to tell you that? Well, unfortunately, she went missing after the accident. Nobody knows what happened to her. Poor Pistol. It's bothered me for years that I couldn't save both of them. Vice, then it is her. There's no doubt about it. Maria and Pistol are long-lost sisters. We gotta tell Pistol. Pistol said that she would come to fight us again sometime. When we see her, we'll tell her everything we know. What she does with that information is up to her. Oh my goodness, we are definitely wrapping up all the stories here. They are getting super intense. I'm actually going to go ahead and make my way into Sailor's Island for the Black Spot, as well as some ship upgrade parts here. So definitely make sure you do that as well. Ooh, okay, so we have a new wax that I wanted to show you. It is the Apo wax, which improves attack and defense for 4 turns, which is actually better than the Appa wax, which I believe only does in 2 turns. So definitely going to go ahead and grab that, as well as some speed wax, because that is also awesome. Of course, the Appa wax is going to be a lot more money, but that is okay. Oh, we have some new weapons too, so definitely go ahead and grab these. We've got the Flutter Blade. I think that's about it, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't... Oh, this is a lot better for Aika. It's also pretty good for Fina. I'm going to go ahead and put this on both the girls. Oh, we have a new bounty that is on the wanted list to read. The supposed leader of the infamous clan of bandits. Nothing is known about his true identity. Nobody knows where he is from. Little is known about his fighting tactics, other than his use of explosive powder. Avoid this attack at all costs. And actually, if you read these, you go ahead and get like some new things. We already did know about these 4 here, but we haven't read since we faced off with the Ixinus demons here. According to reports from Vice the Blue Rogue, the men who were thought to have been kidnapped did in fact go of their own volition. The triplets have, however, agreed to not cause any more trouble, but will not give up their search for handsome men. It has been revealed that it was not Vice who committed all of those dastardly deeds, but a fake who used his names to further his own greed. The fake has decided to give up piracy, and has started a Vice lookalike show. So very exciting. We only have 2 more bounties left. But honestly, I really like hearing like what they've changed about themselves and like getting like little extra details. But they never did actually tell us that the men went willingly with the Ixinus demon, so very cute, honestly. Also, I forgot to show you guys where all of our crew members are kind of hanging out. I don't really want to talk to them just because, you know, we kind of know enough about them already, but like you can see Brabham, you can see Pinta looking out the window. I forgot what his name is. Lawrence, that's what his name is taking over the helm while we're gone. Pow's running around. The girls are there. Super cute. Alright, we went ahead and made our way and down the stairs because there is actually this door and I don't think I've ever been in it. I genuinely don't think I've ever actually explored the ship myself, so this is kind of exciting and new for me too. Look how opulent it is down here. And we've got Khalifa just chilling. She's all set up to tell us absolutely nothing. We've got Ismail down here, super cute. Eurala's at the bar. Aww. So cute. Are we able to read this? The Delphinus may be nice and all, but I really miss a good sailboat. Dang, I'm over here praising this thing and he's just like, you know what would be nice? Less. Less would be nice. Alright, and then we can go ahead and make our way over here. I believe this is going to go ahead and be, if I'm not mistaken, the, oh god, I don't know my ship terminology, but it's this thing. Oh, everybody's on the ship when we fly out, not just our active crew. Okay. Because I was gonna say, some of these guys are not in our active crew. There's a cham over here? Guys, there's a cham on the deck here. It's a deck, that's what it is. I remembered. Go to the deck, get your cham. Alright, there's one more door that we can go ahead and go through. It is going to be upstairs. I'm glad we kind of just like took the time. I meant to just save my game, but ended up at the bridge instead, and I was like, oh yeah, I've never seen this before. I should just go explore. What is this? The ladder to go up? It is. I think actually you only do see your active crew, because I'm not seeing some of the other members here. Like, I haven't seen Merida, I've seen Khalifa instead, and I believe we didn't see Osman. I know Khalifa and Osman are both merchants. Okay, so cool. You do get different ones, because I remember Tika Tika being up here when I accidentally went in here once. Alrighty, but with that, I think I am going to go ahead and end this part here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one.